Welcome once more there, Nigerians. I want to establish something very important. You would agree with me that the president of Nigeria is the commander in chief of the armed forces of Nigeria. That is to say that the president is in control of every armed organization in the country. Every organization that carry guns, carries arm, that bears arm. The president of Nigeria is the commander in chief of all of these organizations. You would also agree with me that the primary duty of the president of Nigeria is to uphold the constitution of the nation. And the primary function in that constitution of the nation is to ensure that the protection of the life and livelihood of the Nigerian peoples are completely intact. So the number one duty, the primary duty of the president invariably is the protection of the lives and livelihoods of the peoples of Nigeria. Now let me tell you something. Today, some women in Plateau State, Jos, have protested and sacked a military checkpoint in their village. Why? Because they say that the military is complicit in what is happening to them. Boko Haram continues to come to their village and don't allow 5 people in their village. And the military is stationed in their village and the military does absolutely nothing. So they took it upon themselves today. The women in that society took it upon themselves to sack completely the military checkpoint and the military position or the little formation they have in their community. Yesterday, along Benin Ore Road, a passenger bus was, stopped and passengers kidnapped. And from information, the driver was tied along Benin Ore Road yesterday. Today, along the same Benin Ore Road, JUO Motors was also stopped by, kidnappers on the highway. And they were all kidnapped. All persons were kidnapped. The driver was also piled and all passengers kidnapped. In fact, some persons have come out to say that these terrorists or these kidnappers have put a call across to them demanding 50 million naira ransom. It is on record. Now, tell me what the primary duty. And for your information, recently we heard that a monarch in Kwara has been kidnapped by these terrorists. And a lot of villages have been sacked in Kwara State by these terrorists. Not minding what is happening in Katsina, in Kaduna, in Borno, a lot of villages have been sacked, a lot of people have been kidnapped, a lot is going on. So, is it safe to say that President Tinubu has failed? For me, it is completely safe to say he has failed. He has failed because his primary duty as the president of the nation to protect the lives and livelihood of the people has not been achieved. And for some weird reasons, these things continue to happen and nobody says a thing. No government officials want to talk about it. They don't want to say anything. They don't want to take proactive measures to do the right thing for the peoples of the nation. It is now safe to say Tinubu has failed completely. And it is safe to start a protest demanding that things change immediately. Demanding that things change immediately. We cannot continue in this trajectory. The country is fast nosediving. The speed at which the country is nosediving is unprecedented. It has never been seen in this manner. Unprecedented. We continue to borrow. The government is, eyes are fixated on where money is coming from. Taxation, increasing tax, increasing this one and that one. But the primary duty to safeguard the lives and properties of the people, you don't want to do it. Recently, we heard that over 700 Boko Haram members are now being rehabilitated and ready to be reintroduced or reinfused into the society. These are Boko Haram members who were captured in action, not people who surrendered. They didn't surrender. And then you begin to see the trajectory at which the country is going, and you begin to wonder why would somebody like Tinubu, who have seen a lot of things going on in this country, who have experienced the hardship and the oppression that can be meted to citizens of this nation, yet he doesn't want to change. Tinubu was part of the politicians who was exiled during the time of Abacha. He flew to London and then came back and became the governor of Lagos State. Why is it that all of a sudden he now forgets all these things? Instead of him to protect the lives and livelihood of the peoples of Nigeria, he keeps quiet and acts as though he is oblivious about everything that is happening in the nation. Troubling times ahead of us. We, as the peoples of the nation, must speak the truth and nothing but the truth at all times. Wake up, Nigerians. Wake up.